If you know me, you know I love a minivan review. Say hey, 5th generation Honda Odyssey.
Since we're talking minivans, a good jumping off point would be functionality. As an average adult male, I fit comfortably in both the second and third rows. As is often the case, material quality is nicer the further forward you sit, but at least Honda tried to fancy up the rearmost quarters. Note the fake stitching embossed into plastic. I also like the third row's big, empowering vents, optional rear power port, and optional sunshades. In this case, the nosebleed seats ain't that bad.
The wheels on the bus go round and round all through the town.
Further back lays a deep cargo hold into which the third row seats fold with great ease. However, if you need even more cargo space than that, there is a snag.
It's called the second row. To get it out of the way, you have two options. You can either slide it forward or remove it completely. If you have back problems, option 2 will either make them better or much, much worse.
The whole lift and ditch routine looks especially archaic considering the Chrysler Pacifica's elegant stow-and-go solution. So if you're buying a minivan for cargo duty, advantage Pacifica. But for carrying people, the Odyssey's second row seats function well. They're comfortable, they slide and recline, move easily out of the way for convenient third row access, and the middle seat back flips forward to reveal bonus cup holders, though we do miss the baby access afforded by the previous Odyssey's independent sliding middle seat.
The folks at Honda tell me that a lot of Odyssey owners ditch the middle seat completely. Do so, and you enable buddy mode, where the seats can slide inboard for sibling unity and exemplary rear seat access, or you can also slide them outboard to avoid sibling strife and enable exemplary rear seat access. Think of buddy mode as a built-in litmus test for your family's emotional health.
Alright, with a clear sense of how well the Odyssey hauls inanimate and human cargo, let's examine how it drives.
For a mobile rumpus room, the Honda Odyssey drives small. With big windows and a relatively tight turning circle, it's easy to bob and weave through traffic. Weave. Weave. All that needless weaving is administered from a comfortable driver's seat that affords good visibility in all directions, even when changing lanes. Okay, the beltline could be a little bit lower, but for its size, the Honda Odyssey is quite manageable.
Adding to that manageable feel is light, responsive steering that helps make quick work of tricky parking maneuvers.
You might think a floaty, disconnected ride would be your penance for driving a minivan, but that's really not the case in the Honda Odyssey. It's tuned to both ride well and steer well. I mean, ultimate road holding is a low minivan priority, but enter a curve with more speed than intended, and the Honda Odyssey's oddly tenacious cornering abilities will be a welcome surprise. Squealing tires, slight smirk. I think I'm approaching fun.
Another potential source of fun is the engine, a strong 3.5-liter V6 that collaborates with a standard 9-speed automatic, or, on higher trims, a Honda-manufactured 10-speed. In practice, I have noticed one minor issue with the 10-speed.
At swift cruising speeds, when you bury the throttle, let's say to pass slower traffic, you can take a beat before the downshift arrives. Throttle. Mike, give me a beat! Mike, take back that beat!
Kickdown issue aside, the Odyssey delivers silky, enthusiastic acceleration, a helpful trait for a box doomed to spend its day weighed down with people or cargo. Interestingly, despite a standard automatic engine idle system included with the 10-speed transmission, fuel economy is the same across the entire Odyssey lineup. Even so, the 10-speed does offer a slight tow capacity advantage versus the 9-speed. Among the standard features found on the not-quite $31,000 Odyssey LX base trim are automatic climate control, 8 airbags, 5 child seat latch points, push-button engine start, a capless fuel filler, automatic brake hold, a sunglass holder/conversation mirror, a wealth of garment hooks, cup holders, and storage areas, a standard multi-angle backup camera, and active noise cancellation, which helps explain the Odyssey's quiet cabin. Included on all but the base LX trim is Honda Sensing, a suite of active safety aids featuring adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning and assist, and forward collision warning with automatic braking.
Each system functions in helpful rather than intrusive style, making Honda Sensing a welcome addition. Unless you want to dominate the demolition derby minivan style.
Despite a nearly $4,000 jump from the base LX, we'd suggest springing for the EX trim with its Honda Sensing, blind spot warning, cross-traffic alert, passive vehicle entry, power sliding doors, Magic Slide second row seats, tri-zone climate control, heated front seats, seating for 8 instead of 7, a high-res 8-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto replacing the less capable base 5-inch unit, and cabin control, which lets passengers adjust the climate and audio system via a smartphone app that takes a little bit of technical finesse to set up. Climbing the food chain reveals ever more thrilling delights like rear seat entertainment, navigation, leather, ventilated front seats, a foot-activated and height-programmable tailgate, and front and rear parking sensors, though a proper 360 camera would be better. There's also Honda Vac, a built-in vacuum that joyfully banishes Cheerios to the land of wind and ghosts, Cabin Talk, which blasts the driver's voice to inattentive ears and back,
Sweetheart, I'm asking very nicely. I don't wanna.
and every parent's dream made real, Cabin Watch.
Using a fisheye lens in the headliner, Cabin Watch lets you observe your brood like Big Brother. Big Daddy. No, Big Brother is less creepy.
Spend relentlessly, and an utterly loaded Elite trim clocks in at nearly $48,000. Competitors include the somewhat smaller and cheaper, but still enjoyable Kia Sedona, the clever, tech-rich, and dare I say stylish Chrysler Pacifica, which also comes as a plug-in hybrid, and the reliable and smartly crafted Toyota Sienna, which, incidentally, is the only minivan you can buy with all-wheel drive. But given its historically strong resale values and all-encompassing excellence, the Honda Odyssey remains one of the smartest automotive purchases you can make, minivan or otherwise.
Even so, the Honda Odyssey competes in a rapidly evolving segment. So do your research, examine all your options, and if after all of that you decide that the Honda Odyssey is the best way to spend your minivan dollars, I will not be surprised.
Dude.
Yeah, it sure is. Hi, buddy.
Hi, buddy.
High five.